All right, hello wine drinking people. This time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday, and yes, the Italian accent for our Tuscan tasting reviews. Review our friend Luigi Maresca here from his new small importer distributor. Well, he just changed the name of it to Villa Caprese or something like that. The wine man from Capri, and he's from Capri. And you know, Luigi's got some great stuff. I like to do business with small companies that specialize in a particular region or country because usually you get superior wines. And Luigi used to work at Vinifera. He really knows his Italian wines. And let me tell you, if you can find a Chardonnay that's this good from Italy, like the Campanelle, well, we've done tastings with this producer here in the store. And I don't know why I'm talking about this Chardonnay because we don't have any to sell. It's in a horrible brown bottle. The wine, however, is fantastic. It's a Chardonnay from a small producer, and it's very reminiscent of white Burgundy. It has this lovely flinty, minerally character to it, wonderful richness on the palate, and incredibly fresh here still for a 2008. You'd think this wine would go for another 5, 7, 10 more years or more in your cellar. And like I said, I don't even know why I'm wasting any time talking about it, because we don't have any to sell. Well, we have magnums and half bottles of the 2010 vintage, if anyone wants one of the greatest Chardonnays that I've ever had from Italy. This Campanelle is outstanding juice. A great wine for a brown bag tasting. All right, the 2012 Fattoria Carpinetta Fontalpino Chianti Colli. And this is another one of the Chianti regions there. You've got Chianti Classico, you've got Chianti Colli and Chianti Rafina. And this is Sangiovese based, and this is a really light and forward style of Chianti. Really nice red cherry fruit, strawberries, wild flowers here, some fresh herbs, and a really light, zesty finish to this wine. 2012, a very young wine, but still, this is a wine that's meant to be drank young at $16. This is a great example of a nice little pizza pasta wine for Monday or Tuesday nights. The Poggio Travalle, Morellino di Scanzano. This is an area on the Tuscan coast, and it was just elevated as of 2006 to DOCG. That's the 2006 vintage, and you notice the proximity to the sea here with this slight briny character you get to these wines, but this wine also has a lovely red berry fruit, some nice floral and herbal notes, and a really nice, refreshing style of red wine. You could serve this slightly chilled on a summer day for $19.14. A very typical wine from this region, and a great example of Morellino di Scanzano. All right, the Larietta Rosso di Montalcino. You know, there's 4 DOCGs for red wine. Chianti Classico, Brunello di Montalcino, and then you've got Vino Nobile di Montepulciano, which is probably the lesser known, other than Morellino di Scanzano, the 4 top wines of Tuscany. And then, of course, you got your Super Tuscans, which we're going to finish up with. But this is the Rosso di Montalcino, the baby Brunello, and you get Sangiovese Grosso here, a little different clone of Sangiovese and Montalcino. This wine has some lovely red strawberry fruit here. 2011, a very forward vintage, and well, some producers didn't make their Brunello like Valdicava in 2011, so all their grapes went into their Rosso di Montalcino. I don't know about this producer, but this wine showing very nicely as the 11s are. A lot of light red berry fruit, a nice earthy herbal component to it, and a short but pleasant finish. This wine at $22.88, a great example of 100% Sangiovese-based wine because, you know, by law, Rosso and Brunello, the only DOCG that has to be 100%. All right, the Godiolo, Vino Nobile di Montepulciano, as I just mentioned before, the best value in all of Montalcino. You get of all of Tuscany, you get wine similar in quality to what you find in Montalcino, but at half of the price. This is like a Brunello, but at a fraction of the cost. This wine has some of that kind of dried meat and kind of cocoa character you get, and the upper level stuff, the Sangiovese-based wines, along with that lovely red berry fruit. Nice richness, nice structure here. Vino Nobile, like I said, is a grape, is a Prunello Gentile, so a little different clone of the Sangiovese grape, and similar quality. So this is a wine you could keep for 10 years in your cellar easily for $27.50. Wow. All right, the La Porta de Vitine Chianti Classico. And in 2011, it was a warm year in the Chianti region, so you get a lot of lovely, juicy cherry and strawberry fruit in these wines. Very fruity, very forward, very seductive. This is from Gaiole in Chianti, which is very far north, so it's a little cooler here, but this 11 vintage, like I said, just gorgeous. Beautiful wines to drink on release, and another great value at $29.70. And then the 2008 Fattoria Carpenetta Chianti Classico Riserva, 2008, a cooler year also, and this is a wine that's got great structure to it. You get some really meaty notes to this wine, some bay leaf and fine herbs, stuff you get from the Chianti, Sangiovese grown in the Chianti area, and then you get some nice red berry fruit here also. This wine's got really nice structure. The Reserva just indicates that it's kept a year longer, but it's a selection of their older vines and their best fruit. This wine was the wine of the night for me at $44. Just because it's the most expensive doesn't mean it's the best. A lot of people pick the next wine, the Dos Ides, which this wine, Sangiovese, Merlot, and Cabernet Sauvignon. So it's a super Tuscan. It's not a DOCG wine, this wine right here. My only problem with this wine, it doesn't say anywhere on the bottle what is in it. It's a beautiful package, but please give us a little description on the back label. There's a little story about the wine, what Dos Ides means, just a little something for our consumers that when they take it home, they've forgotten my story. And this wine's got a lovely toasty, oaky nuance to the nose. Definitely some new barrique here. Some lovely rich berry fruit, smooth and silky on the tongue, ripe brown tannins. This wine's got wonderful structure. These 2010s have got firm hand of acidity. They're wines that are going to age really well, but this wine already showing nicely, and at $35.50. Find me another super Tuscan that is this good. I challenge any of you wine drinking people out there. All right, that's what we had to drink with our Tuscan tasting at Cafe Maxx. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.